open your hearts, open your spirits to what you're going to hear today. Grab on to at least one idea, because if we don't start spreading the ideas, who's going to?
Today, I'm going to talk to you about power and what that can look like. But first, I'm going to give you a word to think about, and that word is inspire. I want you to think about what inspires you. Is it a person, a place, a hobby maybe? Now I want you to think about a word that comes to mind when you look at me. You don't know me, but what do you think? Am I brave for standing up here? Foolish maybe? Now I want to take you on a journey. I want you to either close your eyes or look down at the floor, whatever makes you more comfortable or the least uncomfortable. Envision yourself 17 years ago. Maybe you've achieved your dreams, maybe you fell short, or maybe you aborted the mission. Maybe you are where you thought you'd be, and maybe you aren't. Point being, a lot can change in 17 years. You can open your eyes now. I met this girl on the screen in November of 2008. If you haven't seen a photo like this before, this is her mugshot. It was obviously a very bad day for her as well. You may be asking yourself, well, what got her into that situation? And if you aren't, well, this will be awkward for you because I'm going to share her story. She was in an extremely toxic and abusive relationship. She endured emotional, verbal, financial, and physical abuse, amongst other things. And on this day, when this photo was taken, she asked the arresting officer, "Why are you doing this to me?" And the cold response she received was, "This is what happens when you cry wolf." Now, why would an officer say that? Did he know her? In this situation, that answer is kind of. You see, that officer had been to her home a few days prior to this photo being taken. He was there because her abuser had kicked in several doors in their house after a night of drinking. That police department had been to that home, her home, on several occasions. So why was she arrested? Because the day before that photo was taken, her and her abuser got in an argument about birthday gifts. When she went to leave the house that day, he was holding their infant son, and he would not give him back. So she grabbed his arm, and in the process left a mark, right here. He threatened to press charges against her, and he did. Keep in mind, this was the first and only time she ever stood up to him. Later that day, she received a phone call from the police department asking her to come down and discuss this incident. This wasn't unfamiliar to her. As I mentioned before, she had dealt with that police department on numerous occasions. So the following morning, she showed up to the police station and she had her older child with her, who was around 4 at the time. They were placed in an interview room, and then she was asked to step out. She assumed she was in the hallway to answer some questions about this incident, but she was wrong. While she was in the hallway, the police officer asked her if she had anybody who could come and pick up her son. When she asked why, she was told that she was being arrested for battery and domestic abuse. While this photo was being taken, she heard her father arrive to retrieve her son and pay her bail. The story could have ended there, and it somewhat did. After many court dates, a plea deal, anger management, and lots of therapy, she was able to leave her abuser and that life. So why did it take this to make her leave? The short answer is it didn't. She already had plans. So if you know anybody who's been in a controlling or manipulative relationship, that plan takes time. She was afraid to tell people what was happening. She knows how society views people like her and how they don't understand the fear that she carried. After all, she was able to pursue charges on him on multiple occasions, but she chose not to. Why? Why would she not pursue charges against the person and hold him accountable for his actions? Well, that answer is simple. She lived with him. Even if he was arrested, he'd be released and be coming home after anyways, to her and the kids. And then what? Lucky for her, that answer is irrelevant because she survived and she got out. She survived on her faith, her family, some close friends, and now her freedom. That terrible day 17 years ago was a turning point for her. It was actually a blessing. She was able to move on, graduate college, and get a degree. She now works with victims of crime and assists them in the same services that she was not offered. She listens and believes everything that they tell her. She's the heart, soul, and ears for them. And she pursues justice for those who feel their voice isn't heard and it doesn't matter. She also made it her mission to work with law enforcement agencies to educate them better on how to support and work with victims like her. She didn't stop there, though. She continued on, got her law degree, and continues to educate people on trauma-informed care to anybody who will listen and learn. So where is she now? What happened to her? Well, she is here, and she is me. You're looking at a girl who has cried behind many closed doors. I've broken down, and I've had to pick myself up. I didn't have an option. All I thought about is how the weight of the world in that day wasn't going to steal the love in my heart or the smile on my face. I'm still here, and I'm still standing. So I'll ask you again, what do you think when you look at me? Am I a criminal? A victim? A survivor? Still foolish? I may be all of those things, some of those things, or none of those things. That really depends on who you ask. I could have easily let this day destroy me, but instead it encouraged me and inspired me to fight. I have my battles and I carry my scars. So my hope, my dream, and my goal is that by sharing my story with you, I can inspire somebody to keep going, keep fighting, and keep their head up. You know who you are. So if whoever needs to hear this, I see you, I hear you, and I believe you. You're doing the best you can, and that is more than enough. I would know. Abuse doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone, anywhere, in any age group, any gender, any race, and any background. You're doing the best you can, and that is more than enough. When we assist those who are trying to escape the life, we need to keep in mind that the best people who know the safest and best options for them are the victim themselves. We can all learn to support victims by educating ourselves and learning how to get them into the freedom. And by doing that, we can help them with a power plan. So in order to do that, we need to help them make a plan, help them organize the plan, help them understand that they can welcome the support and the challenges, help them learn their environment and what's in it, and then help them reach out for resources. Did you know on average it takes a victim 7 to 8 times to leave their abuser? And even then, the risk of becoming a homicide statistic increases by 750%. Imagine that, being free and still worrying about your survival. For me, that looked like several phone calls a day to the point that my phone would die, tracking me at my job, sending me gifts, and stalking me. In that process where I was supposed to be free, I would drive my car to my parents' house and park it outside. I wanted him to think that I was there so that he'd stop following me, and then I'd drive my parents' car around. So not everybody is that lucky. I just happened to be that lucky where that was good enough at the time. But I just want to share one last thing with you before I leave today, and that is what got me here on this stage. It was knowing and accepting that not everybody wants to listen and learn my truth. My pain is mine, and my ability to move forward is my reward. I needed to accept the apologies that I would never receive and learn that to keep going was all that I needed to do. So for any of you who are listening who need help with finding their own freedom, free from fear and judgment, I'm here for you. I will listen to you, I will believe you, and I will support you. So before I go, I just wanted to say thank you, because without the support of other people, I would not be here.